Alrighty, Xavier, Tony, this is our new tasting menu here in Carmen, Medellin. We did something that I remember very fondly from my childhood, which is the Choose Your Own Adventure books.
Sure.
So here we have a Choose Your Own Colombian Adventure menu. All of these that are in these boxes, you're going to be able to say, I'd like to have the blue crab and rock shrimp empanada, or I'd like to try the calentado empanada. You get to pick here your dessert, you get to pick your pairing. So today we've planned something, we're kind of going to guide you guys.
Cool.
But I did want to share the dynamic. It's something that's a little bit more exciting and a little bit more immersive for the guests, and kind of makes you part of the experience. All right, we're going to get started.
Thanks, Carmen. Oh, so this is what the maíz is for. Okay. Ají de guanábana and el viejo pepe. Ají is, pepper and sauce.
All right, gentlemen, so we are going to start this adventure. We're starting with empanadas, which is one of the most emblematic preparations of all of Latin America, from Mexico to Argentina. Ours is made with Creole corn that's produced by indigenous communities in the Montes de Maria region, which is on the Caribbean coast. And I'm going to invite you guys to eat this with your hands, as we do.
Okay.
On the street. This is a very common street food. The filling is a mixture of Caribbean blue crab and shrimp. So we're like not doing a very traditional Andean empanada, which is got like potato and meat. We're on the Caribbean coast.
Cool.
Yeah. I'm also going to invite you to open up your jar of ají de guanábana, which in the Andean regions, our ajís aren't necessarily spicy. They're a little bit more acidic.
Okay.
So this has a lot of flavor of soursop, which is guanábana, has a little bit of ají, and it has a lot of our plantain vinegar that we make in the biolab. And over here we have vanilla bean aioli. The vanilla beans are matured by this gentleman here, whose name is Pepe, and this is in the northern part of the Chocó region, which is the northernmost part of the Pacific. And so we're going to invite you to dose up really nice your empanada. Make sure to use a lot of the soursop ají, and enjoy.
Thank you so much. I love Colombian empanadas. I love that they are essentially like these fluffy little Frito bags. They're so good. I love the Colombian empanada. I love that it's not pastry, and I love that it's corn. It's so good.
Bueno, aquí vamos a continuar entonces con nuestro atún. Es un atún fresco del Pacífico colombiano. Luego lo estamos pintando con un poco de ponzu y ajo negro. En la base tenemos un puré de marañón rostizado, como cashews rostizado, con cítricos colombianos, poco de limón mandarino, naranja, un poco de mandarina. Luego el clarificado, que es el caldo, también es de marañón. Lo hacemos, también lo cortamos como con cítricos. El aceitito que están viendo es hogao. Hogao es nuestro sofrito tradicional en Colombia, con mucho ajito, cebollita larga y a baja temperatura durante varios tiempos se cocina. Y luego también lo deshidratamos y hacemos un sal de hogao, que es para sazonar el atún.
¿Sal de hogao?
Sí, sal de hogao. Terminamos con hojita de capuchina y el puntito es vinagre de plátano hecho en casa, tiene 6 meses de fermentación.
I like that
Hogao.
little drop of something right in the middle of that nasturtium.
That is, he said that was plantain vinegar.
Nice. So hogao is that like Colombian sofrito,
Yes.
right? And they have it with everything. They have it with empanadas. It's like a standard garlic, onions, tomato, sauce, salsa.
Yeah, I kind of relate it to like Colombia's answer to pico de gallo.
Yeah,
But it has
it's
more,
cooked.
but it's cooked. And then they made a salt of hogao to throw over top. And there's cashew.
You get the texture from the cashew for
It's
sure.
it's like nutty and refreshing at the same time, which is super fun. Cashew is beautiful.
Cashew is cajueta? No,
Marino.
no.
Here.
Yeah.
Marino. It's so clean, but like rich and creamy at the same time. It's delicious.
Very good.
I love the acidity and the creaminess and the lightness, but it's like such a cool dish. So we're talking about hogao. I kind of relate it to like a pico, right? In its way, but it's not.
Sofrito.
Sofrito. Okay.
It's a sofrito, and so in the Pacific coast, you're gonna find ají dulce, which kind of replaces the bell pepper.
Okay.
But here in the Andean region, it really just is the long cebolla, or you can use the triple cebolla, which is the scallion and the white onion and the red
all
onion.
three.
Triple cebolla. I love
like
that.
That's gonna be the name of my Colombian
You
gang.
either add a little bit of
Triple
garlic,
cebolla.
triple cebolla, or you add a little bit of garlic or not.
Okay.
But
Always
important,
tomato?
always tomato, always cebolla blanca.
So
And
good.
so it's just a sofrito that's cooked in oil and reduced down.
Cool.
And that's really the basis for a lot of soups, a lot of stews.
What kind
Okay.
of oil is
Um,
like endemic?
We're gonna be using neutral oil.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh.
Hongos.
Ok, aquí vamos a hacer hongos, tal cual. Hacemos nuestro tartar de hongos, tenemos shiitakes y orellanas, están rostizados en nuestro yoster con mantequilla de miso. Luego tenemos en su mezcla un poco de ajo negro, mostaza hecha en casa. En la parte de encima terminamos con un queso local, es un queso madurado, como 20 días de maduración, llega acá cerca de la ciudad. Y luego acompañamos con carantanta. Carantanta es un producto que nos llega desde el sur del país y básicamente es como el pegado de la arepa. Cocinan el maíz para hacer las arepas, luego de que lo sacan queda como un pegado en unas pailas gigantes, nos envían todo eso, nosotros lo quitamos a mucha temperatura y queda así crocantico.
Qué bonito.
Entonces, la idea es colocar sobre la carantante y con la mano lo pueden comer.
We're gonna be doing our other veg dish, which is a small local organic tomato. And we're kind of again on the Caribbean coast here. We fill it with roasted eggplant, a little bit of suero costeño, which is kind of like a Caribbean creme fraiche. And we have a savory granola, which has a little bit of sachainchi, which is an Andean seed. It's called like the Incan peanut. And we have some amaranth and some quinoa, which are coming from communities in the south of the country. What I just served here is a clarified broth, which is made with just 100% eggplant. Enjoy.
Oh, awesome. Thank you.
So this is the leftovers from when they make arepas. It's like the leftover spent corn that they fry.
I never thought to use that eggplant water. You know, when you grill eggplant, you put it in a bowl to make a baba ganoush or something,
Right.
you get all the water out of it.
Crunchy. It's like the flavors of Caesar salad and the tartare. It's like capers, and olive oil, and aged cheese, and the crunch. Reminds me of the Muncho's potato chip.
I was gonna say, it reminds me of some kind of Bugles,
Yeah.
fancy Bugles flavor with that crispy thing.
Our next course is called Palma. This is inspired in the biodiversity and abundance of edible palm fruits that we have. Number one being coconut, obviously. So we start making a titote. Titote is when we grate the coconut and we get all of that liquid out of it. We start caramelizing that liquid, and that's the basis for making coconut rice, which is very typical on the Pacific and Caribbean coasts.
That's why the color.
So, no, the color is something else. We mix that titote with some duck. The pasta has that color because of achote. And then this beautiful color around the anolinis is from, once again, peach palm. So now we're having it in not a beverage, but a savory preparation. And we almost do a curry with that. On top of the anolini, you're gonna find some corozo andino. This is kind of like a little, almost coconut-like palm fruit, and is very, very common in our Andean region, just not
Very
used
tiny, right?
very.
They're
They're
like
really
really
small,
tiny.
they're red,
Yeah.
and they're the fruit of a very tall, spiky palm. And this is a little bit of herb oil that we make with oreganon, which is kind of a thick, kind of furry oregano leaf, a little bit of poleo, which is kind of like an Andean mint, and these are the hierbas azotea, which are used a lot on the Pacific coast, and also a touch of cilantro cimarron, which is sawtooth herb or culantro, just like a wild cilantro.
Amazing.
Enjoy.
Thank you so much. Look at this beautiful dish. So this is a representation of all the different friends of the
Reminds me of
palm.
that pasta we had in Bogota. The color.
Dude, that's so good.
I've been wanting to try these little coconuts. little coconut flavored. They're not coconuts, but they taste like coconut.
And the flavors are almost like a red curry, like Thai.
It is.
It's really, really good.
I was gonna say, it reminds me of Thailand.
It's such a nice little creamy crunch. That's so damn good. I love that sauce. Beautifully sour.
That was a very intriguing flavor combination. That first thing I thought was Thailand, but it was second cousins. Right?
Yes.
But with no Thai ingredients, you know. But it had the coconut, had the soury, had
The sour's awesome.
yeah.
Nuestro pez y plátano es un plato que está inspirado en dos productos que encontramos en muchas partes de Colombia, así como simbiosis, que sería el plátano y el café. En todas partes donde encontramos plátano siempre va a haber como maticas de café ahí amarradas porque los terrenos de Colombia son muy empinados. Entonces el café, como es casi árboles muy bajitos, y amarra de los plátanos que tienen raíces más grandes. Entonces ahí está un poquito de la inspiración. Para la pesca del día de hoy hacemos verrugate, luego tenemos el puré, que es un plátano muy maduro, luego con café tostado. Este café es del barrio La Sierra en Medellín, que fue un barrio como bien delicado en temas de violencia. Entonces ahorita es un proyecto como bien bonito, es el único café urbano de Colombia. Luego tenemos el crocante, es cáscara de plátano y está sazonada con cáscara de sal de café. Entonces utilizando, digamos, todo el producto. Luego la costa del pescado es de guineo, que es como un platanito verde pequeño. Luego lo hacemos también crocante, y el caldo es un dashi avellanado. Para este hacemos un tare con vegetales lactofermentados, que tare es con una salsa a base de soya. Luego hacemos un fumet, un caldo de pescado, y terminamos juntándolo con mantequilla avellanada, y con eso terminamos nuestro caldo. Que le disfruten. Gracias. Me gusta.
Brown butter dashi, fish, crispy green plantains, ripe banana with toasted coffee. He said that in a lot of parts of Colombia, the biggest plantain trees, they'll tie coffee plants around them so that they anchor against them. And this is kind of like an homage to all the coffee, all the bananas, and that coming together. I'm interested in this one a lot. Dashi's sick. Love that dashi.
I think it's just delicious. It's amazing.
I really like this dish a lot. And I didn't realize that the crunchy bits were the banana peel, which is cool. I've never used banana. I always look at them and think, what a waste. You know what I mean? You know, listen, I gotta compliment her on this dish. Like you know, there's the Kona crusted steaks, like the coffee crusted steaks. I've had it like coffee oil with venison. I've had it like in like a updated pastrami.
I'm trying to think of something that the last time I may have had coffee like that.
Probably on the beef jerky, remember?
Oh yeah, coffee beef, which worked really well.
It works really well, but it's shockingly good. I really like this dish.
I thought it would be more about the banana being too weird for people on the savory dish than the coffee, because the coffee is savory, you know?
Right. That was my favorite coffee savory dish I've ever had.
Bueno, vamos a presentarles este plato que es nuestro último paso del menú de degustación. En este momento tenemos algo que nos encanta mucho en Antioquia, y es el chicharrón.
Claro que sí.
El chicharrón es uno de los más consumidos, diría yo personalmente, que en Colombia, y yo creo que en muchas partes del mundo se puede consumir también. El nuestro tiene una cocción aproximadamente de 10 a 12 horas al vacío, como para darle esa terneza que tiene, y está glaseado en tamarindo. El tamarindo es una fruta súper especial para nosotros porque la recolectan madres cabezas de hogar en la parte del occidente, a 1 hora y media, en un lugar que se llama Santa Fe de Antioquia. Está acompañado por un ingrediente muy especial, que es la racacha. La racacha es un tubérculo andino que se ha perdido para nosotros, los colombianos, en nuestra gastronomía. Entonces nosotros quisimos hacer como un pequeño homenaje en este plato con la racacha, haciendo como diferentes técnicas en este plato. Tenemos la racacha en cubos, que está rostizado con un miso, y con ese miso hacemos una mantequilla de racacha, y también tenemos una espuma de racacha, que es la blanquita que están viendo ahí. Sí. En la parte de arriba, como la arenita que ven, es una técnica japonesa que utilizan en atunes que se llama el bushi. Entonces nosotros cogimos la técnica y quisimos hacerlo como en un vegetal, en una racacha, y la rallamos encima como para intensificar mucho más el sabor.
Muy bien.
Y terminamos con esta salsa de tonka,
Esta es hecha con los huesos del cerdo y está especiado con la batonca. Esta batonca es una semilla de una corteza de un árbol amazónico.
¿Y arracacha a qué se parece? O sea, cuando
La
está cruda.
arracacha es como un tipo de yuca.
Tipo de yuca.
Sí, pero es como más amarilla y pues es como más suave.
Actually, the miso that we're using in this cocktail that you guys liked is the same miso that we're using for the roasted arracacha.
It's so
And so the bushi is a really cool technique that the boys are doing. It's salting the tuber and
Got
then
it.
dehydrating it and then smoking it lightly. So it gives it like a nice umami, and then the tonka bean is really just kind of like to give it
That floral spice
jus,
kind
like
of
the
thing.
pork jus, that floral touch.
oh,
And the tamarind, as Chicho was explaining to you, is wild tamarind. There's not like
oh cool.
yeah, it's not like farmed or they're wild trees, so it's all manual collection.
I don't have to share this one at all. This looks fantastic.
It's so meaty.
It's so meaty. Look at that. The jus.
What was this? What's the little dice?
It's also arracacha.
Okay.
That
so
tuber
that
that's
tuber.
on its way to the plátano.
And the espuma?
Spuma is also that arracacha. Sous vide 10 to 12 hours, you said. The tamarindo is amazing. It's so good. I love this arracacha spuma. Ooh.
All right. So here we have kind of an interpretation of chocolate that's not super chocolate.
Okay.
We're working with some female cacao farmers in San Rafa, which is kind of 2 hours from here in the Oriente.
Okay.
And with my foundation, we're helping them to commercialize their chocolate products. And so one of the things that they do is they take the mucilage or the membrane of the cacao. We get this amazing, beautiful liquid, which is really kind of the fruit component because the seeds are what become chocolate.
Nice.
And so we've made a granita with that, like a raspado.
Oh,
and then we've
cool.
also reduced that liquid and we've made like a gel. So those two ingredients are just 100% the membrane of the cacao fruit.
Amazing.
And then underneath we have the nibs, which have been candied in a little bit of verbena sugar, which is citron here, and then like a 100% cacao chocolate ice cream. And for you, we're like going super fruity. We do an escabeche of tropical fruits. We have a little bit of uchuva, a little bit of lulo. And then for crunch, we include some mango and some jacon. And we put those through an escabeche process, which is with our plantain vinegar. And we also pass them through a little bit of cal to like seal the fruit and not have it kind of like leach out in the escabeche. We've got a little bit of a pudding that we make with mango biche. It's kind of like a salty element. We do a beautiful financier, which is made with macadamia, macambo, which are the seeds from an Amazonian fruit, and also mucuna, which is another seed from the Caribbean region. And then on top, you're gonna find like a duo of sorbets. One is granadilla, which is kind of the sweetest and more perfumey of the passion fruits. And on the other side, we have salpicón, which is like our fruit salad, which we make super traditional with papaya, pineapple, banana and mango, and like Colombiana, which is like our super sweet soda. So that's
so
yeah.
rad.
Enjoy dessert.
Did you know? Oh, this looks so good.
I'll share with you this time.
God.
Looks like an ice cream.
There's so many beautiful textures and crunch and fruit. It's like a tropical oasis with a little piece of cookie in there. I love blueberries and strawberries and stuff, but you come down here and you're like, what the fuck is all this stuff? It's awesome.
There's so many different varieties of the fruits too. Like
Yeah.
it's like all the different kinds of passion fruits, mangoes a lot of different ways.